What's going on, everyone? It's APOC, your favorite host and jealous hater, and welcome to the channel. Alright guys, so I just want to hop on here real quick because apparently Kyra had like a Q&A and it has some requests to cover it, so that's what we're gonna do, and we're just gonna hop right in it, which by the way was on Instagram. But to start this off, somebody asked her, why have you lost so many friends over the last couple of years? Well, we know why, because she's a crappy friend, but let's see what she has to say. Some friends just aren't shown online anymore. Oh god, here we go again. Because all the people like Hannah, Alyssa, Kyla, and Karen, we all were questioning, and you said the same thing, that you're all just living your lives and you don't show them anymore or whatever. But it has been proven by Kyra herself that all of those relationships are gone because of her. And some we just grew apart. Oh god, no. Kyra, that's not true. You literally said that you can go like a whole year without talking to your friend and then just meet up with them randomly one day and everything's fine. So how do you grow apart if that can happen? That doesn't make any sense. And some I didn't give enough effort. I should have. Yeah, well, I mean, at least she's being honest. Yeah, but this applies to like all her relationships because she doesn't put work into any of them and she just ruins them later on. So what is she talking about? I'm shocked she even said this, but still. All right, the next one is, what do you miss the most? She says, eating whatever I want and not gaining weight, which Kyra never really actually been big aside from when she was pregnant, but she's carrying a baby, so I don't know what she's talking about. And she misses not having to pay bills at 5 years old. Okay, but here's the thing. Now Kyra's probably feeling the heat a little bit more because her money has changed. Her like living situation has changed. Her career is changing because of like what she did. And you know, Oscar has his role to play too, but still, like for the longest time when she was paying bills, she had no problem because she was exploiting her children, which is a big money maker online. These people, like vloggers, especially like teen moms, have no idea what it's really like to be an adult who has to pay bills and struggle. They don't. They have no idea, unless they didn't make it or whatever, but Kyra and Oscar did make it, and now they have their foot in the door forever. They've been living on easy street, unlike a lot of us. Some of us actually have to work to survive. Any plans on starting your own podcast? My guy, where have you been? She did start her own podcast. I mean, she was a co-host, but it was hers. The reason why it only existed was because of her. Hannah was like the second string, but Kyra's the only reason why the podcast was starting to pick up any steam, because she has the name, the okbaby name, to like lift it up. Without Kyra, it wouldn't have gone anywhere. Let's be real here. Because Hannah doesn't even have an online presence, really. The only reason we know about Hannah is because of Kyra. But Kyra had her own podcast. It just flopped because she was inconsistent. And then eventually, you know, she screwed over Hannah and got with Preston. Then it just collapsed. But Kyra says, I would love to, but I don't know what I would talk about. Kyra, you started one about sex. Why don't you just pick it up from there? Vloggers, man, they literally have no skills or talents. They just exploit their children. And then when that's done, when it no longer works, when they can't milk any more babies, they have no idea where to go or what to do. What got you into reading? Variety is a great book. You should read Silent Patient next. Kyra says that I've always enjoyed reading, but I've always felt I didn't have time. She puts in quotes because she actually did. None of us had time. We had to make it. And once I did, I felt a way to escape and fell in love. I'm gonna stop you there, Kyra. You have always had time to read. You literally had people hold the vlog camera for you. Oscar edits your videos, at least in that timeline, or other people did. And you had like multiple nannies to watch your children. You guys, out of like all the vloggers, are known for your nannies because you're one of the only family channels, at least at that time, that was open about having nannies. And you still are. So you always had time to read books. What are you talking about? Just like Oscar always had time to go out and party. Nothing new, man. He may be doing it more now, but like he still was doing it back then, and Kyra still went off and did her thing. They had time. Maybe the only instance where Kyra didn't have the time was when she had Baby by Kyra. But now that's gone. You had free time, Kyra. What are you talking about? This makes no sense. Are you still getting breast implants? Even with the new FDA info? Which Kyra replies with January, baby. Yeah, you think she's gonna give that up? Nah. Would you ever consider going brunette? She says, no, it looks scary, which honestly, she does look better as a blonde. Does money buy happiness? Oh, here we go. Now, what I will say before I even read what's going on here, when people say that money doesn't buy happiness, that usually comes from people who have a lot of money. But the reason why they're saying that is because they don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to have money. That is a rich people thing to say to poor people. So it like deters them away from wanting to be rich or to make a lot of money. Rich people want poor people to stay poor because without them, who are they going to take advantage of? You know what I mean? I'm just going to say this right now. All my problems could be solved with money. So if anyone ever tells you that money doesn't buy happiness, tell them to shove it. But Kyra said, never had Kim K money. It doesn't matter. You don't need Kim K money. The money that Kyra and Oscar had is a lot of money. To do what they do, like to go out as much as Oscar goes out, that's a lot of money, regardless of whatever. If he deserves it, doesn't matter. He's still spending a lot of money. They make a lot of money from this. Oscar talked about how they were almost financially free. They made a lot of money from child exploitation off their children, off the backs of their children, which is gross. But still, that's what happened. That's what they did. Which what? Bought them happiness because it gave them everything they wanted. You know, maybe aside from like their crappy relationship, but still though, look at them now. Apparently they're both happy. But here's the thing. They still have all that money and all those things that they can sell for even more money and split apart or whatever from child exploitation, from what they did. In the video where they talk about the end of okbaby, Kyra says that what keeps her afloat or whatever was the fact that they both are still doing YouTube. Yeah, as in, they still have their foot in the door with social media to make a lot of money. I guarantee you, if Kyra had to go work a regular job and Oscar had to go work a regular job, she wouldn't say that money doesn't buy you happiness. Now, she hasn't said it, but let's see. But the times in my life I've had more money, which is her late teens and her entire adulthood, she's had money. She has no idea what it's like out in the real world. She really doesn't. Even with her current situation, she still has no idea. And neither does Oscar. Even though he's worked at a vape shop or whatever, it doesn't matter. He did that when he was working part-time at a vape shop. It's nothing, man. That's nothing. Imagine having to support a family and trying to survive out in this climate. You know what I mean? These two have no idea. But the times in my life I had more money has usually led to more stress. Well, that's because you buy things that you don't need and more problems. Like what? Having a dream home in 2 years? Having all the toys and gadgets and everything you need for your children? And for you? What problems are you talking about? I mean, the problems with you and Oscar having to break up and split everything and trying to figure out who's going to get what and whatever? That? Yeah, well, that's your problem that you created, not money. Temporary happiness, yes, but internal, true happiness, no way. I'm on a yes and no with that because I know that money doesn't buy you complete happiness, but it can make you happy. It can fix like all your problems, which if all your problems get fixed, then you become what? Happy. It's just that simple. Any new Amazon finds you would like to share? Oh girl, I have a huge Amazon haul coming. Oh, go figure. Kyra's gonna upload another haul on her channel because all she does is upload Q&As and hauls. That's literally her entire channel because she has no talent or skills and she has like literally zero creativity. Anyways, all you jealous haters, to conclude this video. Yeah, so there were a couple more questions, but I just cut them out because they didn't really matter. Nor did I believe that they even needed to be talked about. Some don't, you know? But I gotta tell you, man, I sure do love it when Kyra talks about friendships because everything that comes out of her mouth is just complete horse doo-doo. That's just what it is. But that's it. Just a quick little short video. Comment down below your thoughts, guys, on her little Q&A. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And I will catch you guys on the next one.
Goodbye.